Have you experienced or do you see any challenges with clinics adopting this study?
In general terms, the IVF world is very research active and they're very keen to adopt new technologies. Sometimes that happens too quickly before they've been proven, and there's been a huge amount of examples of that where things have been adopted, they're marketed, and they're later found to be not particularly useful, and certainly not for everybody. So there's a whole world around what's called IVF add-ons, and there's a huge amount of pressure if you're a patient and you've paid, let's say, making it up, £10,000 for a cycle, and somebody offers you a £200 treatment that could help, but we don't know that it helps. It sounds ridiculous not to spend £200 for your £10,000 investment. I think there's also a danger of adopting things too quickly. We need to prove these things work. They're often not free. Even an AI model, if you were integrating it into a system, might have a cost attached, So these things are not necessarily free. So I think there is a responsibility on us to prove that this works, prove that this helps, that this is worth doing for the extra expense or the extra, intervention, extra effort that it can take. I think that's still important to do before we roll these things out.
So for now, we are really focusing on concepts like explainable AI and transparent AI. So what we mean by that is trying to bring modeling techniques where we can actually explain to the clinicians and to patients why those decisions are being suggested. They're not perfect, but they're at least a good approximation of what's going on, and they at least give an indication to the clinician as to why this suggestion is being made. It might be because you have this characteristic and plus that characteristic, and that's why I think you should do this. And until we get to a point where those simplistic models are performing consistently and reproducibly well, there is a long time until we can get to kind of these black box models where we don't need to think about the decision because we're so confident in the decision.